You're watching the Local Footy Show, and fellas, you know how each week we salute a local footy hero, those wonderful people that keep grassroots footy clubs going?
The unsung people.
Yep. They're the ones. Today we dips our lid to a husband and wife team, Len and Joan Murphy from the Spotswood Football Club. Len Spud Murphy and wife Joan have served their beloved Spotswood Football Club for 50 years. Len joined the club as a 13-year-old in 1961.
I lived at Spotty, 150 metres away from the ground. My grandfather owned the fruit shop, and he was a sponsor of the football club back in the early 60s.
He's been vice president. He started up the supporters group in the 70s when they sort of decided to start paying players, and the club said, we're not paying players. So Len said, well, unless we can be successful, we've got to keep up with all the other clubs. So he's been doing that since the 70s.
Oh yes, I run what we call a supporters group. The supporters group raises money to pay the players, and I started that off in 1976. And I think the first year, we had to raise something like $400 for one player, but it's gone up a little bit since then.
And just what sort of player was Len?
I don't know where you're heading with this one, but I played in the ruck.
Were you a good ruckman?
Oh, well, a reasonable ruckman. I ended up in a team of the century for Spotty, so...
Come on, Joan, tell us the truth.
Len was very well known with the umpires. He was a hard player, you might say. He's actually called the Godfather down at the club. If there's any problems, they call on Len, and he's just, being so big, he sorts them out and just calms the situation. One of the grand finals at Yarraville, and they run out on the field, they're in their little huddles. Len decided to run right through the opposition huddle to upset them.
I was fortunate enough to play in 3 senior grand finals. They're certainly the highlights. Been involved with the combined side in 73 and 74. We played the South East Suburban League and beat them both times, and yeah, so made it a success, I suppose.
And Len has seen plenty of changes in the past 50 years.
I think the style of the game's certainly changed. The speed of the game. Back when I was playing, we never used to train all that terribly hard, but the guys now train very hard, twice a week, sometimes on a Sunday as well. The game has certainly improved. The game is certainly better than when I was playing. The skill level is a hell of a lot better. The league itself, I think, has got its act together. There's no more strife on the ground, that sort of thing's all gone from the game now. So, with the 2 and 3 umpires, it's been very good for the comp.
In 2010, Len was named AFL Victoria Volunteer of the Year for his services to Spotswood. Why does he do it?
Oh, I think it's mainly because of the friendship that I've got down there. I've got a lot of chaps that I played in under 16 football. They're still my closest mates. And it's just the family type club that we've got down there.
Joan has been at the club for nearly as long.
46 years. Thursday night dinners, Friday night dinners for the juniors.
Like Len, Joan has witnessed many changes over the years.
Well, you couldn't watch the football. You were in the kitchen at the back, so you never saw a bounce of the ball. Lots of changes. I mean, I've got records of the canteen. If we took $100, it was fantastic. Now we're talking thousands.
And like Len, Joan believes in the social values of local footy.
I believe it keeps the kids off the street, keeps the adults off the streets. Definitely, especially if a lad plays football or any sport. When he does go to get a job and he's played team sport, they know they're a team player, and I think it goes a long way for their future.
My son was president for 7 years, and we've got a heavy involvement, the whole family.
We've got our grandchildren playing now, maybe our great-grandchildren in a few years.
Right now, let's go back and see how Len and Joan's Woods are doing in the second semi-final. Red King couldn't take the ball with him. Chance here now for Spotswood to do something. They get it towards half forward. Oh, gathering the ball quickly down there. Snapping towards goal. Great piece of play. And the Woods get another. It could have been Chris Elliott that snapped that.
Ruckman set themselves. McGee gets his fist over the top. You've got some running players here. Al Hawley's there. Gets hold of the ball.